Ramaphosa signs the NHI bill into law. Some people were very excited about that, but some were not excited. We're going to talk about why other people were excited and why others were not excited. We're going to talk about how other people think of the NHI just on a general perspective and how much of education is needed for people to understand the NHI. This is the first episode where I'm going to be taking you through this journey of I'm gonna take you through this journey of this NHI. This is the first episode where we dedicate our time in educating one another around about the NHI. The first thing that I want you to understand is the reaction. Look, let's start with the president himself. The president was very excited today when he said that he's going to sign this. There were so many videos about that. Take a look at this.
I hereby, in terms of Section 84, read Section 79 of the Constitution. I'm signing here. I hereby, in terms of Section 84.2, read Section 79.1 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, 1996, assent to the National Health Insurance Act of 2023, Act number 20, and sign the English text thereof, given under my hand at Pretoria on this day, 2024. So I sign where it's written. And I then sign where the act has to be assented to.
From there, okay, everybody is excited. The president has signed a new law. People are excited, as you might have imagined. People getting too excited, right? Others were quite not excited. In fact, let me say, the DA, even prior to the signing of the NHI into law, the DA were very much vocal about this. They had their own press conference where they said, we will fight this if it means going to the constitutional court, so be it. But we're going to fight this to the core. There is a reason why people want to fight this to the core, right? We'll talk about the character. You know, there come a time where you are in conflict, right? There come a time, even if you are a family member, there come a time where you are in conflict. But in this conflict, your character then speaks for you. At this particular juncture, we are expecting one thing and one thing only, that the character of the people in government should at least speak for them now, whilst they are coming under a heavy scrutiny as far as the NHI is concerned. At least their character must speak for them, but it doesn't, right? Have you ever heard the word your reputation precedes you, right? Have you ever heard the word you speak even in your look even in your absence? It simply means that even though we are not with you, but your character, when we remember your character, it just changes our perspective about you, right? Because of your character, right? Does the ANC does the government, the ANC-led government, have the reputation that will stand for them, even when they are heavily criticized like they are now? But before, there's one thing that I know that it stands the test of time. It is this. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To click the notification bell, it is free of charge. To share this video, it is free of charge. To watch this video until the end, it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the Super Thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. All right, so I'm gonna have to give you a DA where they speak about this, where they talk about this, where they voice their opinion. But the reason I brought the issue of character here, it is because it is this time where when they sign deals like this, when they sign laws like this, people are supposed to use their character as a point of reference to say, based on their character and their reputation, we can trust them, right? Can you trust an ANC-led government that, you know what, this law, it means good, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? They are gonna do good. I don't know. You know what? I'm even look. I'm even coming short of words. In other words, let me say, can you trust the ANC even when they are doing something good? Will you really trust them and say they are doing good, or you would be like, there's a motive. They want to steal something. These ones, I know them. There is a motive. Why are we having the inclination to think of ANC in that manner? It is simply because they have taught us never to trust them, because what they say is not what they do. Take a look at this video from the DA.
The Democratic Alliance will, upon its signing into law by Cyril Ramaphosa, challenge the ANC's NHI all the way to the Constitutional Court. Our legal team was briefed months ago already and will file our legal challenge against this devastating legislation without delay. We have built up reams of correspondence, including with Ramaphosa himself, that we will enter into evidence to show that the process which led to the adoption of this bill by Parliament disregarded public input, and that the bill itself is flagrantly unconstitutional. But we will not stop there, because our furthermore pledge today before the nation that if this country elects the DA into national government on the 29th of May, we will immediately repeal the NHI bill and prevent it from destroying this country.
To implement it, two, that it will fix what is broken. So we are not protecting the interests of anyone except the interests of South Africans who rely on the state. Over 80% of South Africans rely on state care, on public health care services. Of course, you want to make sure that those are the people that you look after the most, but you're not doing that. And this bill is not going to do that. Instead, it's going to collapse the system further. That's our concern. Our concern are the people of South Africa who are going to be plunged into a crisis when this bill bombs and when essentially money is stolen. So to Lunga's point, we're not preempting anything. It's hard for us to be optimistic about a 300 billion rand fund when we've seen literally every single state-owned enterprise end up where looting has happened. It would almost be naive to think that the reason why also essentially, Lunga, we are saying that part of also the problem is that this fund is only going to be managed by a minister and his appointed board. There's no parliamentary oversight. There are no good governance principles that will look after this fund. It's got the makings of essentially a looting spree.
So because you've got the character, you've got you've got this thing in you that says, "Don't trust me, don't trust me, don't trust me, don't trust me." I'll give an example. There was this thing called COVID-19. A lot of people were very excited about this, and in terms of the response, there was a lot of money that was gathered, a lot of money that was donated. A lot of people were very excited about that, but that was short-lived. The excitement was short-lived. Why was the excitement short-lived? It is very simple. Simply because 500 billion was stolen. And even today, that money has gone unaccounted for. No one, absolutely no one has ever came back and say, listen, we will compensate. People were arrested, but we never got that 500 billion back. Why? We're talking about issue of credibility. We're talking about issue of character here. The character of the ANC doesn't speak for themselves. The character and the reputation of the ANC and the credibility doesn't go before them. You know, when you have built good character, when you have built good reputation, it goes before you. You know, sometimes you might be wrong, you might do something wrong, but based on your character, based on your reputation, based on your credibility, we might forgive you. But can you confidently say today, I'm going to forgive the ANC on the basis of their credibility? Which credibility? Which character? When we want to talk about you, we want to talk about your credibility. When we want to talk about you, we want to talk about your character. When we want to talk about you, we want to talk about the things you have done in the past. And we want to say, on the basis of the good things that you have done in the past, this is a genuine mistake. But you can't say that. When people come up with the assertion that this is the perfect time for them, they found a perfect way for them to loot money, you can't defend the ANC because they've got the reputation of stealing, right? Not to say white people don't steal, not to say they are not corrupt, no, but because these ones, they are leading the country. So that's why we pay attention to them. Musi Maimane also raised the point and say, this is not going to work for us. Take a look at this.
It is often said your health is your wealth. The national health insurance, as envisaged by the ANC, is going to be devastating for this country. Will have profound skills flight out of this country, and ultimately it will drain the fiscus. This is a 500 billion rands investment that needs to go with a government that is already heavily indebted, incapable of managing financial resources, and ultimately has allowed the public healthcare sector to collapse with poor leadership at multiple places. I can assure you, citizens will not be able to get the best healthcare. Ultimately, as practitioners leave, you'll end up with healthcare being outsourced elsewhere. Look at countries like Zimbabwe, etc. Their leaders could not even stay in their countries for healthcare. They ended up dying elsewhere. So we've got to be intentional about this bill. We've got to reject it with everything inside of us. As most South Africans, built on South Africa, we've always maintained that a dual system works effectively, and one of the key interventions you can put on the table is to ensure that you make it possible for the best leadership to be appointed in hospitals, that at the primary healthcare level, you ensure that the state acts as an underwriter, so that whether you are living in Limpopo or you are living elsewhere or in any other community in South Africa, you are able to go to a private facility looking for primary healthcare support, and the state can underwrite that transaction. Ultimately, it goes the other way also. That if you're a medical aid holder and you want to go to a public hospital, i.e. and looking for hepatology services, you are able to go there and your medical aid can pay the public health care. So a dual system is crucial. It will not be a drain on our fiscus. It will make sure that millions who are already in private medical health care don't have to be added onto the public health care system, that you can maintain that. And ultimately, we can ensure that through regulation of ensuring that all medical aids provide the best service possible, that the cost of medicine is reduced, that we can ultimately build a coverage of healthcare across the country. This model has been tried in various countries and ultimately is the most effective way to ensure that you do not collapse your healthcare system, but you ensure that all citizens can get the best healthcare. Let's reject this bill. I'll fight it with everything, and we're looking at our legal options going forward.
Why are people feeling inclined to criticize these people and we can't defend them? Because of one. Let me say this before I say it. Because of what? Under the rate, said things about the ANC. I remember the ANC responding and saying, "You are ruining our good reputation." I said that like, good reputation, ANC. Where did you get the good reputation? When? Who gave you good reputation? Because you don't have one. We all know that. It's a matter of fact. So, based on that bad credibility, where you give them, you say build a road, they eat the money and they do a fake road, and then one rain comes and then that road is gone. Based on the fact that everything, that things building dilapidating under their leadership. Right now, we're just gonna we just got the news that this country is going down in terms of job wise. Ramaphosa was there telling us how he's going to create jobs, giving the same speech he gave before becoming a president. But right now, stats a reveal that the unemployment rate has gone high under the very same Ramaphosa, who few days ago I showed you, I created a video and I showed you that this guy's lying. And when I said that, people were coming after me and saying whatever they want to say, and I don't care, I don't give a damn. What you write in the comment section below, I don't care, I don't give a damn, because I know I'm telling you the truth, and I'm not gonna turn away from that. I know for a fact that I'm telling you the truth, and because I'm telling you the truth, I'm now your enemy. And I know that I'm going to be your enemy. But listen to what I'm about to tell you. What I'm about to tell you is this. And what I'm about to tell you, I'm not going to take change on this. I'm still going to maintain that the reason people are not excited about this, it is because of the credibility of the ANC. Now, some people are saying, so it's going to be nice. For the first time now, we're going to rub shoulders with people who are paying medical aid. I said to myself, wait, does the NHI says that you're now going to get the treatment of a person who has a medical aid, or it says you're going to get into the hospital? Okay, let me ask this in a different way. Probably I will also use this example in the next video. I'll do episode 2 on this one. There was an incident where a person got hit by a car in front of a private hospital. Because the person did not have a medical aid, he was taken to a hospital that is far, and that person died on the road because of it took longer for him to arrive at the at the public hospital, right? So the NHI, the way I understand it, is not a medical aid, but it's something that says you can't die while the private hospital is near you. What they need to do, they need to treat you, but the way I understand it is that they will also transfer you back to the private hospital. I mean, sort of to the public hospital. It's not like you're going to get the same treatment with the person who's got a medical aid. That's how I understand it. But the government has released the explanation of what the NHI is, the things that we should know. They're still going to do a bit more of education as to, because I saw a video of a person, it's a sketch. So, so when the bill was signed into law, this person just they bumped themselves. Not listen. You get hit by a car. So this one hits the car. The car is parked. It just hit the car and say, "Yeah, why are you bumping to me?" You know what I'm saying? And then it crawled into the medical clinic. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't have a medical aid. Just crawled into a medical clinic and start screaming and shouting. I mean, hey, to get the concept. The idea was that people think that we're just gonna get private hospital as of now and public hospital are just the same thing. I get sick, I walk straight into this hospital. Anything that happens to me, I walk straight into a private hospital, right? That's the perception, at least, that general masses have. So that's why people like me needs to create a video that we try and get the explanation here. And once the explanation is, once we have the explanation, then we come here and we give the explanation. So we're gonna try to do that as well. At least I'm talking about the public perception about the very same thing here, NHI, right? I've told you about the NHI. having heard about the NHI, having probably, you've probably been excited about the NHI. What are you looking forward to? What do you think it will change between the gap? Look, in relation to the gap that exists between the private hospital and the public hospital. The fact is, in this world, we'll never be equal. That's a fact. We will never be equal. Even when you think we are equal, some people are more equal than you. It's a fact. A fact that is so painful to believe, but it's just as it is. It's a fact. So what I'm trying to say is, what's your perception about this NHI bill? Do you think you're just gonna walk straight into a private hospital, get the same treatment with the person with the medical, or also got a medical aid, and that's it? Like, what do you think? Why do you think people are resisting this thing, right? Why? Why do you think they are willing to fight up to the Constitutional Court? Why do you think that people are willing to fight that? Well, at least for the next episode, you're gonna get explanation. We'll unpack everything, right? What the NHI is. So click the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post the next video. Until there's such a time, good people, where we shall meet again. Sharp.